I'm tough. I suck it up and I keep trudging on because that's me, one foot in front of the other. No matter what life has thrown at me, it was one foot in front of the other. Just keep moving. Keep breathing, keep moving, keep smiling. So nobody knows, what's behind the mask. Suddenly, the kid that, would tell me stuff that I didn't even want to know, wouldn't answer the phone when I called. He wouldn't talk to me. I mean, it was not right away, but it was kind of slow going. And every time I would talk to him, he'd pick a fight. So, everything was always my fault. He didn't want to talk to me because I was mean. I didn't take him to church enough. I made him go to church. I was too strict. I wasn't strict enough. It was always a no-win, like, okay. And I, again, just tried to be patient and make sure that, he knew that he still could always call me. My first degree is human service. I knew enough about it to know that 14 days is not enough for heroin. Okay, well, maybe you learned something. He'd been in this rehab, restricted. Can I ride my bike? I'm like, yeah, sure, sweetie. And apparently he went to the local park, knew what bench to sit on, and waited for somebody to show up. And
directly out of rehab.
Yeah, like within 2 hours. Because he hadn't unpacked his bags. At around 11:30 or so, I was going to bed, and I told him I loved him, and I was glad he was home, and that's the last we know of him being conscious. Everybody thinks, oh, it's an OD and he survived, so they gave him Narcan, he woke up, he's fine. No, that happened 2 more times after this, but that particular time, because I did not find him until 7:30 or so in the morning, so he was laying on a hardwood floor 7 to 7.5 hours. And if you or I slept on a hardwood floor, we'd be sore the next day, but we would have kept moving to keep our blood circulating. He did not, so the weight of his own body crushed the right side of his body.
In my mind, I feel like you come out of like the hospital and you're just on the street and you're like, which.
And that's exactly it. Exactly. And no one told me what to do next, or what I should expect next, or any of that. There was never any game plan from the doctors, or even to tell me what to do, because they didn't know what to do either. And everybody was so silent about it. I never knew that heroin was in Springfield. It was Chicago, New York, LA. That was not here. I mean, Podunk, USA, really? I just basically pulled away from everybody and everything, and did go to some counseling. It wasn't all that helpful with how to deal with him. or with the addiction part of it. But after about a year and a half, he handed me the diagnosis manual and said, here, as he's covering up the diagnosis at the top, he says, read that list and tell me how many of them apply to you. And it's like just the feeling of nothing and feeling like you just are angry because you woke up today. And he said, see that? And it was PTSD. I'm thinking that's Army people, right? That's not me.
What do you want other mothers to know? Because, it feels like you were really isolated and your world was crumbling, and the way you chose to deal with it was to suck it up. And just pretend, in a way, pretend that it wasn't happening, right? Like it was happening in your circle, but not, you tried to keep it out of your other areas of your life.
Try, but you can't. You can only fake it so far. It's like I went to all of my daughter's school events. I tried to be present at all the family functions, but I wasn't normal. I couldn't feel much of anything. And I got called out on it, because my daughter says, she's like, things weren't right. Everybody else had a different mom. And that's hard. Because I did the best I could. I thought I was doing great. Hey, I was showing up for everything, but she says that she can tell a difference, and I'm sorry for that, and I've told her that. I'd seen all the FOA stuff in Dayton. Sounded great. I was like, yes, there's a community. I'm like, I'm going. It is just such a relief to be able to talk to people who feel the same way, who love their children, will do anything for them, also know the limits of what they can do because we're not going to help them die. To hear the recovery stories, and it gives you hope that, it will end. It's not all doom and gloom. I feel like I belong. Mm-hmm. You can't judge the family by their addict. Mm-hmm. They made bad choices, and they're realizing that they made bad choices, and we didn't set them up to make those bad choices. Everybody has to find their own path. Do what makes you feel good about how you're handling the situation, and don't worry what other people think. I'm proud of my son. I'm proud of all of my sons, all of my daughters, and I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of what this community stands for.